the Xtacy Experience. This is Richie, CEO of Xtacy Productions. We got Hope Alive here with us today.
Yes.
And we're going to let them introduce themselves.
Yes.
Hey, my name is Tameka Harris, and I am a singer, songwriter, model, mom, motivator. And that's just, that's kind of what I do.
My name is Domingo Ramos. I'm the president of Hope Alive 845.
My name is Malcolm Strother. I'm the sponsor for Hope Alive 845, Our Dream Records, aka Bass Ninja. I do the producing, mixing, mastering, logos, everything. Rap, tear it up.
All right.
All right, it's your boy Hayes from the Dirty State to the mountains. Let's get it.
It's Joshua, aka J Fitted. We turning up tonight, man. Let's get this going.
All right, so the first question I have for you, Domingo, for the people that don't know what you guys do with Hope Alive, can you let everybody know, the viewers that are out there?
What we do, we run events, we run awarenesses, we try to get involved with the missing people. That's our goal. We've been working on the case for about 3 years now, and we're still continuing with it. So therefore, we're going to keep on going with events, awarenesses, gatherings. More we can do, more help, more sponsors, we're good.
All right, and you said that you're working with one particular case. Do you want to talk about a little bit more about that case, elaborate about it?
Absolutely. We've been working on a case, Xtacy Harris, from May 29, 2017. She went missing. She has not been found yet. I know the family very, very well. I went to school with her mom. I was working as a private investigator for a private investigation company, Go to a Light, and we took on the case. To this day, she has not been found. So we're hoping to get answers. This is a serious case. It's sad when anybody goes missing.
Right, right.
Every day in our lives, like somebody's going missing. And we have to make change. We have to do something. So we're helping with law enforcement. We're helping with the DA office. And we're just gonna keep on going until we find her.
Wow.
And so pretty much, is that the only case that you're working with right now, or do you have other cases that you're?
Well, we were working on Joseph Helt, another case from back in the 80s. A young boy went missing off the mountains in Ellenville. Body has never been found. No answers. But we kind of stepped aside from that one right now. Because there's more details that the investigation company has to deal with.
Right.
So now my focus right now is on Xtacy Harris. That's my main focus right now. We're just trying to get answers out there. I mean, nobody's speaking, nobody's talking. You have to think. You have to think about this. What if it was your child? What
Exactly.
if it was your brother, sister, grandmother, mother, father? Wouldn't you want no answers?
Right.
Wouldn't you? Really?
I think everybody would, right?
I know the code out there. Don't be a snitch. Listen, let's forget about that. Let's just forget about this snitching deal. This is somebody's life on the line. This is somebody's life. Every day I see the mother every day crying out. How can somebody go on for 3 years not knowing anything?
Yeah, that's a tough situation to deal with.
I hooked up with her sister Tameka. She's been with me since day one. Malcolm's been with me since day one. We're hoping that something's done, something that's found. The DA, she Megan Galligan, she really brought light to this now. She brought light. So
Right.
now it's giving us hope now. Every day, a child, the schools, we need to educate our kids about missing people. What do we do? If somebody approaches you, what do we do? Are they
Right.
teaching them in the schools? No. So what we're going to do, my plan is, but Hope Alive, we want to educate these kids. We want to go to schools and educate them, about what do we do if somebody approaches you? What are you supposed to do? Who do you call? We understand that, we want to set up search teams. Each county, Orange County, Dutchess County, Southern County, Ulster County, all over. I have a good team. We're ready to go. We want to provide our volunteer work with the local enforcements, law enforcements.
Right.
They can't do it all.
Right, they need the help of the public.
Exactly.
Right, absolutely.
We need to make a positive energy here. We need to do something. By having events, yeah, okay, we're having concerts, we're having, awareness events, but we're trying to get the word out who we are, what we want to do. More people get involved, the more better that it's going to be for all of us. Because if my kids went missing, I would want to know
Right.
where my kids at.
Mhm.
I can't go every single day, not knowing where my kids at.
Yeah.
So this is why we inform the Hope Alive 845, because nobody else is doing it. We want to do it. We have the passion for it to do it.
So for people that do have information, or let's just say somebody's ready to speak out, who will they contact to be able to give that information to?
Well, they can contact the Southern County Sheriff's Department, or they can contact me personally. If you're scared to go to police, hit me up. I have a Facebook. Hit me up.
Right.
We'll keep it unknown. It shouldn't have to go this far.
Yeah, it shouldn't.
It shouldn't have to go $10,000 reward. It shouldn't have to be that way.
Right.
Now people's like, oh, there's money now. There's money. No, this is somebody's life. We're doing it for nothing because that's what we want to do. We don't want no brownie points.
Yeah.
We want to get closure for the family. That's what we want.
Right.
That's our intent right
That's
now.
amazing. So when it comes to like Hope Alive, how long you guys been doing this for?
Well, we've been doing it for 3 years.
Okay.
Actually Shanice Harris is the one who made us start this.
Okay.
Oh wow!
She's
So,
the one-
so it started
Yeah.
with that particular
Yes.
case.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh wow! Okay.
She's the one
Okay.
that started this. My other half, she pushed me to do it. And I kept thinking, we sat there one night at the kitchen table, and I'm thinking, what do we do? What do we have to do to get the word out? And she kept saying, Hope Alive, Hope Alive. And then we put the 845 in, and then we just went forward with it. We finally got approved by the state, finally, to be a nonprofit. And, every donation helps us. It helps us get search teams involved. It helps us, to hire prior investigators involved. If the family needs struggling, we have, we can get them counseling, because every parent's going to need counseling by going through this.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Everybody.
Absolutely.
We want to provide that. We want to help them. Not just about missing people either. We're doing our toy drive right now for the kids. We want to be more with the community. This is
Okay.
what we need up here, a community.
Okay.
And that's what we're here for.
So in reality, what you're looking for is assistance from the community, not only with information, but you're looking for the community to stand up and support the program itself.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what are the programs? Projects that you have working right now? I know we had a couple advertisements that we posted up for you guys. You want to talk about those different projects you're
Right.
working with right now?
Right now, like I said, we have the toy drive. It runs into December 10th. We want to go to all the homeless shelters, give these kids a Christmas. A lot of families are struggling. I mean, we're going through a big pandemic right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these kids, they had nothing. They have the family's not working. We can't blame them. It's not their fault. So we want to be the light. We want to bring it to them. Here, Merry Christmas. Thanksgiving. We have a Thanksgiving party coming up. We're ready for that. We have our one of our hottest DJs going to be there. We have to do something together. We're all fighting this big thing going on right now, but let's get together now. Let's enjoy
when you
the
get
last
together.
moment.
Yeah, exactly. When you get together, everybody comes together. Like I feel
Exactly.
like as a community, everybody has to work together. Like
Is-
like with us, like we're working with LKG and stuff like that. And I'm watching the live right now, and they're saying keep up the great work. You know what I'm saying? Because I really applaud you guys. It's super amazing. Like you guys going out and doing this. Like I really, appreciate that to the bottom of my heart because that's amazing.
Well, it's we have a lot of support. There's a lot of people who I could thank. Lenny Galino. He's the one that got me into this.
Yeah.
Into the private investigation. I think my other half, she pushed me to it. I think Megan Galligan, she brought light. She brought light now. Now we have light. Now we have to go forward now. The boards are up. Let's get the information. Let's go find Shanice Harris. Let's bring closure to Tameka. Let's bring closure to the family.
Right.
Exactly. It has to be done. I mean, it really has to be done. I think Malcolm, he's been with me since day one. He sponsored me. Tony Baba's restaurant in Middletown, they sponsored me. They're with us for 3 years, right with us with it. This is what we have to do. I mean, somebody has to stand up.
Exactly.
And that's what we're going to do. We're going to stand up. We're going to be the voice of the voiceless.
Right.
Exactly. I love that.
Now, for the toy drive that you're doing, do you have locations where the community can come and drop off toys and stuff like that?
Yes, we have 2 locations right now. We have Tony Barbers in Middletown, and we have the Miss Monticello Diner, over in Monticello. The new mayor, he was very helpful with us, and he allowed us to put a box there, so he joined us with it, and we thank him for that.
Okay. And Tameka, I know that this is really close to home for you.
Yeah.
What do you have to say to the people that are out there? I know that she was your sister and all that, and I know it hits a little bit different when it's family.
Yeah.
You know?
This. Whenever the lights turn on me and I have to talk about my sister, all of a sudden the room feels heavy.
Right. Which is understandable.
Yeah, I can feel the weight of it. But this is close to home because it just is. I was the one who reported my sister missing.
Oh, okay.
I was the one who had to tell my mom. And I essentially had to break her heart with that information.
Right.
We're a very close family. I'm the oldest of 7. We're a blended family. We are the Brady Bunch.
That's crazy. I'm a family of 7 as well.
So see, I'm the oldest. What's your
Same.
placement?
I'm the oldest as
Oh,
well.
Jesus.
Hey,
Oh, my God. It is tough out here being an older child. All I'm saying. But, this is something that I'm allowing to get the word out. Like, what I want to do is I want to help hurting people because, yes, my sister is missing. Yes, we're still dealing with it. But,
Right.
My message to the world is you can live past the pain. You can still live while bearing the weight of pain. I thought my personality was going to change when I was going through this.
Right.
And as, someone who goes through this, for example, Monday, I was working, and I happened to get on the highway at the same time as my dad got on the highway. I call him, and then we see Shanice's banner, the billboard. And it's moments like that that you feel that residual pain. You start feeling
it comes
heavy.
back.
Yeah,
Right.
because you have to end up reliving it over and over again. So that's why I want to just tell people, like, even in the midst of pain, the most painful situations, even in the midst of losing everything, because I know a lot of people are during the pandemic, you can still have a full life and be grateful for today. And I think that's essentially what hope is expecting something good to happen, even though the world is falling apart.
Right. Even though it feels like everything around you is crumbling.
But
Right.
there's still something that you wake up and you're like, damn, I'm blessed. Like, I actually woke up this morning. What happened wasn't something that happened to me. It happened to my sister. And that's what breaks my heart because there's nothing I can do.
Right.
And there's nothing that my family can do. So Hope Alive 845 to me is just that place where it's just, I'm an artist, so it gives me the platform to give my art, because right now my art is full of pain. Anything that comes out is going to be about this. I have good moments, but then I have my bad moments, and usually that's when creators create, is when they're in their bad places.
It's an emotional process.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, and that's when everything's becoming real. So that's why I appreciate the platform that Domingo has, placed for other artists that want to join with us and go around and sing and, just have a good time. Because, again, yes, there's pain, but we can still live
Through the pain. Right.
Wow.
So your music, a lot of it comes from that, right?
It does.
I know. I've heard some of your stuff. I told you that one time. I heard some of your music, and I like it a lot.
Thank you.
So, but that's where you draw it from, right?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Because when I hear it, there was a couple songs that I heard that I could actually feel
Yeah.
more than just the words, more than just listening to you sing.
No.
I felt it, so that's where it's actually coming from, right?
I appreciate that. Yeah. Oh yeah. No. I mean, what's the point in doing anything if you're not gonna feel it? Like, right?
Exactly.
When you guys are making a bop in the studio, and you want that in the club, so you gotta feel it. Like, I want to feel it.
Yeah.
But yes, and I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, you're
What
welcome,
type
you're
of
welcome.
music do you make? Because I'm a
Dude, you
I'm
gotta
a
hear,
hijack.
you gotta hear music.
I mean, I play the guitar, the ukulele.
Okay.
It's crazy.
That's
I have like a Alanis Morissette, Melissa Earlington type of vibe.
dope. Okay.
But it's
That's
uniquely me because, you know, I'm a thug too.
Yeah.
Don't play with me. I'm hood. But like I'm like
She's in her own lane.
I am.
Trust
There's
me.
no other level.
Trust
Like
me.
I'm bougie, baddie, hood, you know, popper, maybe.
okay.
I don't know. But you know, I'm in it. I don't know. I don't want to define it. You know, it's for whatever. If you hear
It's
my
definitely
music,
unique.
yeah, it'll.
Definitely unique.
But it makes sense, and I love it, and it's for me. It's healing. I like to think that my music provides a space for healing.
Exactly.
You know,
That's how
maybe
I
one
feel.
day I'll make club music, but for right now, like listen to my stuff in the car.
And Malcolm, what about you? I know you're into music too. Me and you had a little conversation the last time you was here.
Yeah.
You want to talk to us a little bit about what you do?
I started a record label, I want to say 2.5 years ago.
Okay.
You know, the infrastructure, as you know, takes a little bit to work up, stuff like that. And I started it with my wife. I handle all the logistics and the content and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And she is, how can I say, the rock,
Mm-hmm.
you know, to the whole equation.
Shout out to the wife.
Yeah,
Yeah,
shout
shout
out to the
out.
wife.
Shout out.
I love you, bro.
Yeah. So starting that up, you know, it took a little bit. So to getting the wheels rolling on that took a while, you know what I'm saying? And it took me a long time to admit I needed help, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you know that ego is not your amigo, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So
I like that.
yeah, so it took me a minute. So that's when Tameka, you know, she reached out to me, and Tameka is a sister from another mister.
Yes.
For
We
sure.
share the same birthday.
Literally, yeah.
We're
Yeah.
When's your
You
birthday?
told me that.
February 27th.
February
February.
27th.
Okay,
27th.
what sign is that?
Pisces.
Pisces?
Yeah,
We get
Pisces.
along very well. I'm a Scorpio, so.
I get along with everyone. You know, my issue is I get along with everyone.
Me too, me
Yeah.
too.
I'm like, hi.
Yeah, that's dope.
So you produced too, right? You were
Yeah,
saying? So
yeah,
what was
yeah.
the first song you produced? Like, how long ago was that?
Wow. I was a closet producer, I guess you could say, because like when I was young, I used to write my little poems or whatever, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
and stuff them under my bed. Nobody could hear them, you know what I'm saying? At the lunch table, the drumming on the table, I'll get my little whatever in. People are like, oh, snap, you know, but I never really did that. Like, so I want to say maybe 3 years ago, so probably a half a year before I started the labels, when I really started to take it serious, you know what I'm saying? When I really thought I had the talent and the message and things like that, because you know I live life, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
It wasn't always pretty, you know what I'm saying? So I had my little thing, whatever. So then that's when I said Tameka reached out to me and she said, here, you know, we're holding this event, you know. She said, come do your craft. It's for a good message, you know what I'm saying? And I always trusted Tameka. So without a doubt, I was like, oh yeah, sure. You ain't gotta say, you know what I'm saying? You said, yeah, you're already there.
Gotcha.
So then that's when I went to the first event. I met Domingo. You know, we talked. He brought me up to speed about what Hope Alive 845 was about, and I was on board instantly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I said, because we all went through pain. You know, we're all going through it. We all want answers. We all want closure. So, like I said, I was on board instantly. So anything that I had in my arsenal, you know, from A to Z, I was like, yeah, it's at your disposal. So let me know. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So
Right.
Exactly.
yeah.
So when it comes to like the music for both you guys, like where do you want to see yourself, like with producing and for you as an artist, like where do you guys like want to be, like in the future? Like, do you see yourself in bright lights, or do you want to just
Of course.
Yeah,
I belong on the
okay.
stage.
I want to see
I
myself in
belong
bright
on the
lights.
stage, sir.
I second that.
How do you
I
not sing? Don't play.
I just watch.
He's like, I'm in the background.
I just watch them.
I like that though, yeah, because myself, I make music myself too, so like I can definitely like relate to what you're saying, like making music when you're at your down,
Yeah.
because that's where I feel like it's the most heartfelt, because
Yep.
I've been through a lot of stuff myself personally throughout my whole entire life. So like when I sit down and write a song, it's kind of more of like me expressing myself into like the form of music. And I just because when you said, yo, I'm a closet producer, it's crazy that you say that, because like his son, like I remember when I first went to their crib, and like we had like the eggshell cons on the
Bro,
room.
what? Yo,
Like,
you're talking right now.
And he was producing. He was like, yo, does that sound good? I was like, yeah, that sound good. And I'm over the mic like not knowing what I'm doing, but like, and look at where we are now. So it's kind of like you said, keep hope alive. And that's what it is, because if you don't have that hope and that faith to like just keep going and like not only chasing your dreams but trying to make it into a reality, you know, you're not gonna get anywhere. To me, I feel like life is all about purpose. Like you gotta have to have a certain aspect of where you want to be. You know, some people are lost, some people like, you know, haven't found themselves yet, but like you got to do something that makes you happy. Right. And like me making music makes me happy. So that's kind of dope. I like that. We definitely got to make some music. We in the studio right now. Like, we gotta do something.
I told Tameka already. She got to get in the mood. There's no.
I'm there. I'm here. I need water.
I got a question for you guys. All right, so you guys, so you make the music, you know, for the healing and, you know, for the people to hear. But like when you guys make your music, do you aim for like a certain message, like how you're feeling, or like the situation you went through, and then from the listeners here, do you feel like they're gonna feel the same thing like as you were writing, or they're gonna take a whole different situation but tie it in, and then they go to you, it's like, oh, I got through this because you said that, and it's like, oh, but I got through this because I said that. So is that what you guys aim for?
I get that a lot. I get that people, so I don't, that's not my aim. I just put it out there, right? But like what people say to me is like, yo, that applied to me. But I know it was a completely different situation. Like I'll be talking about my kids, and they're like, "Oh my God, there was this guy."
Exactly. That's what I mean. Exactly.
Go ahead, Malcolm.
So for me, I would second that. I just put it out there, but when I first started making it, like of course I tell my story on it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it kind of pigeonholed me a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I got used to like my own certain style, and I kind of just got out to like feeling out different sounds and stuff like that, different experiences that applied to what I was going through. So then I just really switched it up, you know what I'm saying? I started making club bangers. I did start making, you know, like down and gritty stuff, and then so like people came to me with different things, like, yo, I listen to that in the gym over and over. That's my gym jam. Or like, yo, listen, this is my car jam. That's I listen to. You know what I'm saying? Or like, yo, listen, like if this came on in the club, I'm cool with that, because that is, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, all right, cool. You know, so I'm kind of dipping and diving everywhere, and like I'm figuring out that my kit has spectrums so crazy. You know what I'm saying? That I never knew existed. So it's really cool. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Okay. So like with that, like it's like, all right, so when you like you put it out, so it's like you put, all right, so hold on, so you put it there, and it's like that's the message, but then it's like I'll pick it up, and it's like I'll show you a whole nother way to like look at that message,
interpret it, right? Everybody's going to interpret the music differently.
So it's like everybody's point of view to like get it, how like we could pass it around the table. It's like, how do you see it? How do you see it? How do you see it? It's like with all that, and then I feel like we could all just come to like one big, not conclusion, but I guess like agreement or like message. It's like we're all trying to like relay and, you know, like feel together, because like I feel like I've come to the conclusion when like music, when I want to do my music, I want to do it for myself, but it's like at the same time like I want to put myself in, you know, that other person's self, you know what I'm saying, in there. So it's like self, but it's like who is self? It's like self. Yourself. So it's like
it's putting yourself in the listener's position.
Yeah, of course.
When they're hearing your music, right?
Oh, you're hearing from the outside? Yeah, for sure.
Right.
It's definitely hard to listen to your own music sometimes, though.
You're
like,
your own worst critic.
Yes,
I can tell you that right now.
Oh no,
Josh, at Joshua.
Yeah, no, it's bad. I'll listen to it. Yeah, no, and I'll be like, oh, what? How did I come up with this? This is trash. And then like, but my kids will be listening with me, and then like hours later they're singing it. And that's amazing. And I haven't, so I think where it is having the confidence to put it out there anyway.
Yes. Exactly.
Because people have to make their own interpretation, whether they like it or not, right? They're going to tell you, you know, whether they like it, and if they don't like it, then they don't. Yeah. But,
I definitely felt that when it comes to like being a critique to your own music. Because there's times like I sit back and I'm like, should I really pick up the pen? But then I use that music that I made and I listen to it. I'm like, wait, that's really me. And then I take everybody's like expressions and everybody's thoughts and like feelings that they told me about my music, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna pick the pen back up because I'm made for this. Because like touching like making like soul felt music is like super passionate to me. Like I had this like one lady cry one time listening to my song because I'm like you say, you dip and dabble through different musics. Like I sing, I rap, I do Christian gospel, I do poem and stuff like that, like poetry and stuff, spoken word. So it's kind of so it's kind of like I kind of like use my own like personal like experiences, but I kind of make it like at a broad like standing point to like where it's like, for instance, like say if I'm making a song about like a female or something, like I'm not gonna like mention the female's name, or I'm not gonna go into detail, but it's just gonna be like a broad aspect of like, okay, if I'm in my bag about a female, like okay, now I can just put this song on and I can just relate, because a lot of people, you know, go through like heartbreaks and stuff like that. So like I like making music like that because, you know, I've been like not through heartbreaks, but like more so like
using a lot of metaphors.
But
you have to use metaphors when you're doing
creative
music.
So I have a question for you guys. So the music, is that your format? Is that like your platform that you're using to bring awareness? Because that's where I'm trying to figure the connection.
The connection.
You know what I'm saying? The connection between the two, between Hope
For
Alive.
Me, solely, it's because my sister. This organization was birthed from my sister going missing.
Right.
So that's what it is for me. So it gives me a platform just to present, you know, my music, my art, who I am. But also for me, because of the message, it's like healing to me. It makes me feel like I'm doing something for her more than
anything else.
What else? Like I feel like my hands are tied. And there's so many limitations as to what I can do. So this provides the platform to say, yeah, you know what, I'm doing this for my sister. You know, yeah, it hurts like hell, but I'm gonna still do it.
Right. Yeah, because I think music is a good way to relate to people.
Yeah, I would say it's a
absolutely.
universal
It's a
language.
universal language.
That's
all.
It's that.
I was going.
It's going to bring more people.
Yeah.
Music.
That's what I'm saying. Right.
Yes.
Absolutely.
The more people we get, the more we can go on. You know, no, it's just not all about music either. You know, this is an organization for missing people, not music people.
Yeah, but the attention brings notice.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But the platform of bringing the artists out there is what brings people attention to the program.
Exactly.
Right.
So that's our plan. You know, that's our plan. We want to let's bring it. You know, next year I've spoken to Jody Torres already for next year. You know, you get that one big name that's going to be there, people's going to come, and then they're going to follow you. Wherever you go, they're going to follow you. You know, then they're going to see on our website, you know, what we're about. You know, and we're really basically about missing people. That's what we're doing. That's what we're here for, is missing people.
Right.
You know, nobody's talking. You know, I mean, why?
Do you think that there's a fear that people are afraid to come out in the open?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Of
Yes.
course. It changes
Absolutely.
your life.
It's the environment.
So I mean, even if it was where you tell them, look, you know, it's full confidentiality,
They're scared.
You feel that they still withhold information.
They're scared.
It don't matter.
Yeah.
Walls
They're
are thin.
Right.
You feel me? Walls are thin.
Yeah,
it's just the
they're scared.
environment.
It's just they're scared. I mean, they're scared of the police. Yeah, they're scared. I mean, what's going on around this whole world right now? You know, between this, between that, you know, but they're scared to come forward, you know, because they think that they're going to get in trouble, or they're going to be accused of something,
Right.
you know, or then it goes back to the zone code, snitch. That's where it goes back to, snitch. You know, but there's a
Streets
difference.
is real.
There's a difference between a snitch and a not snitch. You know, the not snitch is that you're saving somebody's life. Simple as that. A person's missing. You know, speak up. You know something, speak up.
Right.
You know, why should you make a family suffer? You know,
Any
but
more than what they have to.
exactly.
Right.
You know, I mean, every holiday, every birthday, they're not there. You know, and then then the other snitches part when you tell somebody that, oh yeah, well, they're selling drugs. That's different. That's different. Just get off the damn street for one. But my concern is about missing people. That's my concern right now.
What you
know?
said earlier about the $10,000 reward, I felt that.
Yeah.
When you said, why should it have to come to
Exactly.
that?
Yeah.
Why?
You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
agree with you 110%.
You
know what
know,
I'm saying?
somebody
Right.
that night that she went missing, that night, somebody knows. Nobody's going to leave a car on the side of the road and just vanish out of nowhere
Right.
without being found. You know,
definitely not my sister.
Exactly. You
Somebody
know, I
knows
mean,
something,
somebody
heard
knows
something,
something.
saw something.
Exactly. And,
Right.
and the problem is that now we're going on 3.5 years. 3.5 years. I couldn't do it. And I go nuts. You know, I'm surprised that their family held it this long. I really am. You know, every day I talk to her mom. You know, I talk to the... Matter of fact, her father is now a board member of my organization.
Right.
You know, which I'm very happy because
Thanks, Dad.
he's a victim. Because
Shout out, Dad.
he's a victim. He's a victim in this case here. His daughter's missing. He knows.
Right.
You know, Tameka, she came along and she's like, I got you. Let's go. Let's keep going. You know, we can't stop now. We have to keep going.
Right.
You know, there's so many people missing up here in Southern County alone. Conrad, he's still missing from years ago. Shanice Harris. You know, I mean, when does it stop? When does it stop? You know, I mean, they're sitting here blaming the police. No, you need to blame your damn selves.
Right.
You know what I mean? You ain't speaking up. You know, how can they do something if you ain't speaking up? Simple as that.
Right.
You know, I mean, I get it. I get it. They didn't want to tell nobody. I get it. But now you got $10,000 up in the line. Who's going to be the first one to come tell? Who's going to be the first one to come tell now? You know, so I guess they picked the right time to put $10,000 up.
You know, it sucks that it would have to come to that,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah,
It
You
shouldn't
know
have
what
to
I
come
mean?
that
It,
way.
it shouldn't
Yeah.
have
Absolutely.
to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, it
Right.
shouldn't have to come that way.
Right.
You know, and that's why we're here to be the voice. We're going to be the voice out there. We're going to be out there every year, every month, you know, doing what we got to do. We pull more artists in. You know, we have, 5 more artists we have? You know, they're very good. You know, they're in it for the cause.
Correct.
You know, they're not in it for money. They're in it for the cause.
They're supporting
Exactly.
the cause,
You
right?
know, I got another pair, Danielle and Dion. Great people. Great people. They're in it. They're in it for it. You know what I mean? It's amazing how everybody comes together. You know, but now we want more people to come together. You know, let's end this. Let's end this missing people. Let's end it because it's not only adults but there's kids. You know, you're going from kidnapping to sex trafficking. The worst of all. Worst of all.
Right.
You know, it's just sad. I mean, we have to do something now. You know, today we have to do it now. Not next year, not tomorrow, but now. You know, that's the bottom line. You know, we want answers.
So when you say that you're looking for assistance from the people, how can they help?
How can they help?
You
Well,
know, for the people that don't know the
Right.
situation or don't know
Right.
what happened,
Yeah.
Right.
you know, that they cannot provide you information with being able to close the case.
if they have no kind of information, come out, support us. Support what we're doing. You know, come to our events. You know, if you want to sponsor us. Let us get more. Let us build up. We want to build up. You know, not fall down. We want to go forward. We want to get search teams. We want to get more private investigators involved.
And all of that costs money. It's
It
all,
does.
It's all funding.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
It does. You know, I was working on her case as a pro bono. You know, because it's not about money. Right now, to me, it's not because now I feel more personal with them.
Right.
More personal. I feel like she's my sister now.
Right.
Been it for so long. You know, and now we just need the support. We need people to come forward. We need people to back us. Let us keep going. Let us build up. Let's build up. So now, if somebody else goes missing, let's call Hope Alive up. Let's get them involved. We want to help law enforcement. They can't do it on their own. They can't. You know, with this bail reform happening right now, they're already backed up with a whole bunch of stuff. You know, let us get involved. Let us be more involved. You know, let's help you. You know, I got teams. We're ready. We're ready to go. You know, let's do it. Simple.
Right.
Let's just do it.
So can people help by volunteering with you guys
Yes.
and stuff like that?
Yes.
So what kind of programs did you have for the general public to be able to come in and assist you guys? I mean, besides funding, you know, donations and stuff like that, what else can people do with you guys?
If the law enforcement calls us up, hey, do you got people to help us search?
Right.
We need help with that. You know, if people want help with running our events, come out, join us, help us out. You know, if they want to hand out flyers, help us out. You know, we
Right.
got you. You know, if they want to spread our name all over social media, do it. We're ready.
In the case of someone going missing, we would also provide people to help place the flyers, because that's a big job. Like when someone first goes missing, you're gonna spend a good, week or so putting up posters
all over the place, right?
And it's bringing awareness to the parts of someone going missing that you don't necessarily think of. Not every day do you need someone to put flyers up. Not every day do you need someone to go look with you in the woods. You know what I mean? So it's bringing awareness to even that, the aftershock, helping assist the families that are going through it and showing them, like, having services already set up. This is a counselor you can go see. She or he specializes in, grief and ambiguous loss. It's a big thing. So I think it's also providing that support, that kind of a hub of a support that you can kind of run to and not have to worry.
Right.
Absolutely. I mean, I know we're live, but I want everybody just to think about this. What if, that word, what if it was your daughter, son, grandmother, whoever it may be in that family, they go missing? What do you do? Do you sit there and you dwell on it?
I have kids of my own, so that thought has come across my mind on many occasions.
Right.
I wake up with that thought.
And I can't even think. Crazy. I start thinking, and I have to distract myself.
Yeah, because it's
I gotta go right in the booth.
It's overwhelming.
Yeah, it really is. It's monstrous. It really is. Yeah,
it's deep. And then the hardest part about all this, the whole thing, they're missing. Yes, they're missing. But what if you find that person? What if she's not there no more? She's gone. What do you do? How do you react? It could be a runaway girl, runaway boy. Runaways will turn into tragedy. Runaways turn into missing people. I don't care how old they are. We have to educate our kids. We have to let them know. This is real. I mean, look on the ID channel. All these missing people going back and forth. They don't know what to do. 3 years shouldn't be this long for Xtacy Harris. It's way too long. It's too long. She should have been found. Somebody should have came forward by now. They're scared. Many other people missing right now. They're scared to come forward. Grow up. Got to come forward. We got to get closure for all these families. Not just one, but all these families.
Right.
Especially with kids. Yeah. I got little kids. I got an older daughter. Dude, I go nuts. I go crazy. I would go bonkers. I pace back and forth. I drive over until I'm done.
Well, when you're dealing with missing people, I think the worst part is not knowing. It's
the question marks.
Right. Like, are they alive? Right. And if they are alive, what's happening? Are they eating? Are they sleeping? Are they comfortable? Or are they gone? Has the worst happened? So I think it's dealing with those, the not knowing. That's the heaviest part of it. I think that's the worst part of it. Yeah, that's the heaviest part of it. Because, like, nobody's going to take care of your loved one like you. The way that you would. Yeah, nobody's going to do it. No. So when you're dealing with that, it's tough. It's tough, and it makes you live kind of like in a whirlwind. You're, the shock. You live in shock for a while. Right. You really do.
Yeah.
And then when you're able to kind of break out of it, it's like something will trigger it again. Yeah. So, yeah, it's tough. This week has been a whirlwind for me. It's kind of been a little traumatic.
Yeah,
because you relive it. Yeah, you relive it. You relive it over and over again. Sitting here, listening to this, listening to everything. It's surreal. Back, right? It's really surreal.
But at least on a good note, progress is being done.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
Progress is being done.
Absolutely. For going so long, like it took 3 years to get a billboard, and stuff like that. Yeah.
You know why we got that billboard? Because we had the right person to do that.
Right.
The right person to do that.
It's all networking.
Oh yeah, what did I tell you? I said my son said to me, my son said to me, your net worth is your network. Like
Right.
however.
Your network
Listen,
is your network.
Tameka version.
Your
I don't know how I
network.
said it. I don't know how I said it, but listen, you might have got me, but I'm gonna rephrase it. This is mommy style. You're worth as much as you know. Like however many people you know, treat them well because that's what gets you to where you're going.
Yes.
At the end of the day, this is about building a community, and when you're building a community that makes you stronger, you want to have the right people in place, right? So that you can get to where you're trying to go. Right. And you're only as powerful as those around you that are carrying you. You know, you can't forget those who support you because that's what it basically exactly. That's what it all boils down to. Treat the ones that support you the best.
We started this out with just two people. That's it. Then it grew.
And part of the organization, how many people you guys have now?
Right now we have, well, his wife is our secretary.
Mm-hmm.
You know, mother we have a treasurer. Now we have another board member, so it's 4 of us that's on the board. And then we have 7, 8 artists right now that come out every time. You know, but we are looking for more as we build. But we have to build first. You know, we have to make impact.
Right.
Impact is the subject. We have to impact our communities. We have to let them know who we are. You know, we find Xtacy Harris, or if she's found, we'll still keep going. Because there's other families that's going to need us.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Other families.
Right,
you know, I'm going
This
to
is just the beginning of something that eventually is going to grow a lot bigger.
Exactly.
And you're going to be able to assist more families in just the 2 cases or 3 cases, whatever it is.
And that's what we want to do.
Right.
You know, we want to hit every single county in 845.
Right.
You know, like I said, we're not here for brownie points. You know, we don't want to be.
No, you're here to help.
Exactly.
You know, to get help with these cases.
Exactly.
Right.
You know,
I get that feeling. Like, you don't even have to say that. I get that.
You know, these days, you know, I mean, yes, I understand that it's officially a law enforcement job. I understand that. I get it. But sometimes reach out because the people on the streets is going to know more than what your inside is going to do. You know what I mean? So now just like I promised Tameka, I promised her mother, I will keep going no matter what. No matter what until this is over. You know, every day, you know, and I'll be hitting her up, hey, this is what I got. Let's go forward. Let's see what we can do with this. You know, then I talk to her mom. You know, her mom's like my mom, believe it or not. I mean, she be riding me too, you know. Yeah, she be riding me, you know.
My mom is no one to play with.
It's all good though. It's all good though because it's all out
It's
love.
all done in love. That's
exactly.
I love you.
Exactly.
Thanks for tuning in.
You know, even Tameka be riding me, duct tape, rope. You know, we get it, right?
Oh,
you know, there we go. You know.
That sounds like an interesting story.
No, you know,
he put his head down. The minute you said it, he was like, "Whoa, what are we doing here?" That sounds like we gotta know.
Hold up.
How it started.
No, just leave it alone. Diego, leave it alone.
Wait. Did you guys have breakfast?
No, you know, it was funny because we're messing around, you know, and then I was like, you know, I should write a song. You know, just like with him when I first heard his first song, Tongue Tie. You know, that sticks in my mind. Tongue tie. And I keep asking him, I like that song. You gotta sing it to me again. You know, so then I just started talking to her. I'm like, we should make a song. Duck, rope. And then she came up, tape this, tape that. Like, duck, rope, tape. Okay, we got it. Duck, rope. Let's just make the song duck, rope, and tape.
Let's just spare everyone and say you had to have been there.
Wait, did you guys record it?
No.
Oh, no. Come on.
So that's how we, you know, started playing around with it, you know, and then it just went to a joke, and then tongue tie. That's it.
And that wasn't even a song, though.
No.
It was a freestyle, really.
It was a freestyle.
It was a freestyle.
But he promised me for Christmas, he's gonna make my own tongue-tie song.
Yeah, I'm just going to do it.
He's
I'm just going to do it. I'm going to pull out all the stops, all the bells and whistles. You
So
got
the thing about Domingo is like he is one of the biggest cheerleaders that you could ever have. Like he'll hit you up at 3 a.m. talking about, did you write a song? Like he smells it. He
the hype
smells
man.
it. Yeah, he's just like, listen, no, girl, I booked you tomorrow. You got to be here at 8 p.m. And I'm like, okay. So I mean, and that's what's great about Domingo. Like the whole team is great. We all get along.
Right.
You guys have a vibe of your
Thank
own.
you.
It's
Appreciate
amazing.
that.
I
Thank you.
love it here.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, this is what we do. This is what we're about. This is what we're gonna keep going forward. You know?
So now, with all the viewers that are watching right now, if that person or people know about that case, what do you have to say to them about bringing out that information? What would you tell them right now if they're watching and they know something?
If you're watching this, out of respect, you should. I want you to feel what this family's going through. I want you to feel if it was one of your family members, you would want answers. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. If you're scared to go to the police, hit me up on Facebook. I'm there. I will not put your name out there. We need to know answers. We need to find Shanice Harris. It's deeper than you think it is. This girl's missing for 3 years. She has to be found. Answers have to be answered. You cannot let this family go on every day feeling, where's my daughter? Where's my sister? Where's my aunt? They have to know now. Tonight is the time now to speak up. You know, make a fake name, Facebook. I don't care. Just shoot
One
me.
way or another, get the information to you.
Exactly.
Yeah, listen, there's so many ways
Right.
to do it, you know.
It's
Right.
a lot.
Drop
a
off
lot.
an envelope, you know what I'm saying? Throw
Yeah,
a
you're
hoodie
right.
on, drop off an
Right.
envelope, you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
right.
Do something, you know, like,
If you want to drop off an envelope, attention Domingo. Simple as that.
Right, right.
As simple as that. You know,
Do the right
but
thing.
there's a way to do it. You know?
we have to get closure for not just one family, but for all the rest of the families that's still missing. You know, Joseph Helt still missing since the 80s. Conrad still missing from up here in Sullivan County. They're all missing. No answers, no nothing. You know, we have to know now. And while you're thinking about this live thing tonight we're doing, you got to think about, I need to educate my kids. I need to let them know now what's really going on in this world today. You know, this is real, people. This is real. This ain't no fake games. This is real. You know, life's too short. We live today, we're going tomorrow.
Yeah.
Don't let this family go more suffering the more they're doing right now. You know, let them get closure now. This is the time right now.
Yeah, awareness, you know. People get comfortable, you know what I'm saying? Everyday routine turns into something completely tragic, you know? So, like I said, spread the word, spread the awareness. Get it out somehow. There's more ways than one, you know what I'm saying, to do it. Like you said, come anonymous. No profile. You know what I'm saying? No profile
Right.
pic. No, just
There's,
drop it in.
there's always a way
Yeah.
to release the information
Yeah, you
without
know,
it coming
yeah,
back. So
for
I mean,
sure, for
right,
sure.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just
overwhelming.
powerful.
It is.
Yeah,
It
because
is.
I'm thinking this
It's
whole
heavy.
entire
Just
time.
just to
that's why
just
it's
to
kinda hard.
picture it in my head, you know, every time you say it over and over again, you know, 3 years,
Yeah.
I would be going crazy.
Yeah.
If it was one of my kids or
kids.
family or something like that, I mean, God forbid it happens, but I don't think I'll be able to deal with it.
I feel the pain. I feel it
Yeah,
every day.
it's-
You know,
it's-
I
yeah.
speak to them every day. I
Yeah.
feel it. You know, I feel the pain when I see her mom live. I see her and I see her to post on Facebook. That's pain. This is pain. You know, yeah, I don't know Shanice Harris. No, I don't. I don't know her. I don't know what her past is, and I could care less. To me, it's somebody's child.
Right.
This is somebody's child. It doesn't matter what she did in her past, her life. That's her business. That's the family's business. But she is a child. This is somebody's child. You know, they don't need to go on every single day not knowing anything. They don't need this. The holidays are coming up. Holidays coming up. That's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. You know, and I talk to my mom constantly. I said, look, I'm riding with you. I got you. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep going. A lot of people gave up. A lot of people gave up. Okay, I see it. I see it every single day. People just go on with their business somewhere else. Yeah, they're all mighty in the beginning. No doubt about it. No doubt. Now, have them just went their own other way. They don't give a they don't care. That's the problem. They don't care. It's called heartless, cold-hearted, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
You know, but they know who's riding with them. They know. They know I will not give up. I promise them that since day one. I'm still here.
Right.
And I'm still pushing for what's got to be done.
I'm gonna do whatever I could, like, to help. Like, I'm gonna keep you guys in my prayers because I'm very religious myself. So
Thank you.
I'm gonna definitely keep you guys in my prayers because I'm sitting here thinking, like, it's kind of hard to, like, put into words sometimes. Like, especially, like, seeing, like, what you guys are doing, what you're doing. Like, I applaud all you guys because it's amazing. Like, I applaud you because the strength and the courage you just have. Like, even though, like, you're going through this, I still feel that ball of energy when you're talking. Like, you get happy and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I feel it. Like,
but you gotta,
I'm very spiritual, so
yeah,
I feel, like, I feel that. Like,
no,
everywhere,
that's
so.
where it's at though, and I think that's kind of what just my personal message is.
Yeah.
Pain always has a purpose to propel you into and place you in the position of where you're supposed to be going. And for me, it's to be an encourager, to encourage those who are going through the same thing or even something worse, more difficult, to let them know that, there's absolutely life. You can live a full life through the pain. It's just don't stop living because, this is where it gets hard is like, don't stop living. Eventually you learn a fine balance, but, as Richie said, if I could speak to whoever was involved in my sister's disappearance, I would say, think of your mom. Think of her, and think if you don't have a good relationship, think of what a good relationship would be like with your mom. And just know that that's something that Shanice and myself and all my siblings have with my mother, and just know that her heart breaks every day. I miss my baby sister, but I know I'm not her mom, so I can't imagine that pain. Just if you could find it in your heart to just, come out. I get it, it's hard, but either way, you're gonna end up serving justice, whether it be in this realm or the next.
Yeah.
So.
Right.
I appreciate everything that everyone's always done in supporting my family, and so much love, and thank you for always being there for me when I needed it the most. So thank you.
No problem.
That's my soapbox.
Yeah, I mean, I would have to say, to the people that are out there, I plead with you, this is something that's heartbreaking. Just imagine yourself in the same position with your family member, your child, your brother, your sister. You would want to know, you would want answers. Give them some peace, So whoever this is, come out in the open. If you know something, even if you wasn't involved in it and you heard something, come out and bring that information to light so that way they could have closure.
Thank you.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
So talk about the schools thing. I want to just get on that real quick before we close. We got a few minutes left. You said you want to go and reach out to the children in the area. So how do you plan on doing that? I want a little bit more information on that.
Well, I want to, as soon as all this pandemic is over with,
right.
I want to reach out to the school boards, to allow us to come into the schools, have a
talk about the safety and all that.
Right,
right, okay.
Explain to them, because they have to be educated, because a lot of little kids, like my son is only 6 years old. He'll go up and hug anybody, he really would.
They're nuts. They want to get stupid.
Yeah, he would. I mean, he would be in the store. He'd, hi. Right. I'm thinking, I said, don't talk to strangers you don't know. So I'm trying to teach them this now.
Right.
But these kids have to be educated. They have to know, to understand who is a stranger, who's not a stranger. This is what they need to know. I don't think the schools are doing it. You know, if they are,
I would have to agree with you.
you know,
Yeah.
we have to let us go in there. I'll bring a couple of our people. You know, one I will bring Tameka because she's experienced it now. You know, and we were going to schools. You know, we will talk to all these kids. It doesn't matter how old they are because even teenagers is the target.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Teenagers are the target right now. You know, they got profiles. You know, oh, it's sex trafficking. This is what these people are doing. You know, we need to stop all this. You know, not just the drugs, but yeah, drugs is a big thing. You know, but that's not my department. My thing is about missing people. You know, we need to let them know that this is the time when you speak to somebody that you do know, and if somebody could approach you, what do you do?
What do you do in that situation?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You run. You run.
Mhm.
You run home. You know, you let your mom and dad know, listen, this person just approached me in this color van.
Mhm.
Parents, get on the phone, call the PD right away. Don't play with it. Don't play with it because listen to your kids. You have to listen to your kids. Because if you don't, they could be telling you something that could be tragic down the road. We don't want that.
That you're not aware of.
Exactly. We don't want that.
Right.
You know, you see a suspicious car hanging around your area, call it in.
Say something.
Now, you have to do it. Don't wait 10 minutes, 20 minutes later. Do it now because that could be tragic right there. You know, we just had a case recently of a missing girl from Port Jervis. She was a runaway. You know, she's 17 years old. Okay, she ran away. But we still had that. We still posted everything up over Facebook because that runaway can turn into a missing person, and then that missing person could turn up deadly.
Mhm.
Luckily, she was found next morning. You know, she's safe. You know, we thank the Lord for that. Runaways, I mean, a lot of teenagers run away. That's normal. But it's not normal when they actually go missing.
Yeah.
You know, that's a big change now. You know,
I think the schools need to teach a little bit more on with children how to deal with coping mechanisms.
yes.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
Yeah,
they
agree.
teach you all, you know, math and everything else there, but they don't teach the children on how to deal with situations.
Right.
Yeah.
On a personal
Real
level.
life
Absolutely.
situations.
Real life situations,
Yeah,
which I
exactly.
agree with you about going into the schools. I think that's necessary.
Right.
I believe it has to happen.
It has
Yeah.
to be done.
Yeah.
It has to be done. So once we get all this pandemic over with, we're immediately going to jump to the schools.
Yeah, no one's
immediately.
half the battle.
And I want to go to each single county.
Right,
All the schools, not just Sullivan County. Let's go all counties.
right.
You know, they need to know, you know, before more end up missing.
Right.
We don't want no more missing. We want all this to end.
Mm-hmm.
Let's stop these people from kidnapping our kids. You know, let's stop these people from taking our kids for sex trafficking. Let's stop them all.
Right.
Put them behind bars for a long time. You know, simple as that.
Yeah, you know, like.
But we're ready. We're ready.
Sorry about that. I actually want to, you know, like, speak to like the kids. Like, I personally, you know, can't like tell what's going on, you know, in your homes or going on through your head. But like, if you're thinking about like running away and that's your answer, just don't do it. Just we're
Talk
gonna be
somebody.
talk to somebody, reach out because you might not think that this person. You might not think this person's not going to listen to you or not, you know, want to hear it, but we're going to be the first person, you know, first people out in the streets looking for you, and just reach out. Just reach out. We're here. We're here.
Say
I'd
that.
rather find a live body instead of a deceased body.
Absolutely. I agree.
That's what I'd rather
I
find.
agree. But closure in either way is still closure.
Exactly.
Oh, amen.
And it's
Exactly.
hurtful to say that, but
Yes.
it is the truth.
It is the
Exactly.
truth.
Yeah, because
It
you don't
is.
want to remain with those question marks in your head, wondering
Yeah.
every single day what's
Right.
going on
And what happened.
and what happened.
Right. Because that's a big word.
Right.
What happened.
I
You
mean, I
know?
wish we had more time because I know we could probably go another hour
Yeah.
with this.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
But I definitely want to talk with you guys afterwards. I know me and you spoke
Yes.
a little bit.
Yes, we talked earlier.
If we could figure out a way to help you guys out, we'll do what we got to do to help you guys out also.
And we appreciate it.
Yeah, and the community, anybody out there that wants to help, you know, Hope Alive 845, you know, with their programs that they got running, Thanksgiving, I know you guys are doing that. For Christmas, you know, the toys and everything, the toy drive that they're doing, drop-off toys, and financial assistance, you know, because funding is necessary to be able to run a program like this.
Right.
So if you guys want to help with that way or even help out just calling them up and say, hey, you know, you guys need a hand, you know, we're here for you guys. So
Yeah, my number is 845
there you go.
845-866-0442. Our website is www.hopealive845.com.
All right.
Reach out.
And thank you, guys, everybody, for joining
Yes.
us. This has been an Ecstasy experience.
God
You
bless.
guys have a
Everybody
good
be
night.
safe,
Bless.
please.
Thank you.
Thank you.